Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course, and we are pleased to be joined by the one, the only, the multi-talented Parker Kligerman, who will be driving the 75 truck for Henderson Motorsports in the Truck Series at Talladega, and he'll also be driving the 48 Xfinity Series Chevrolet for Big Machine Racing this weekend at Talladega, and I'll also be doing TV on Sunday for NBC. So busy weekend for Parker. How's it going, man?
Yeah, just trying to conserve some energy. I had about a 41-hour day between Sunday and Monday. Doing the broadcast. Woke up like 7 a.m. in Texas, did the broadcast, like 9 hours of TV essentially. Sunday, got to sleep for like 2.5 hours, then went to the airport, flew to Charlotte, went to visit my truck team who was at a chassis dyno in Statesville, picked up some gear, went to Big Machine Racing, sat in that car for the first time, did a seat fitting, and flew home late that night. So I got home at like 12 or 1 in the morning. So it was like a 42-hour day. So pretty tiring, but you know what? It's all for a good reason, because I get to have a lot of fun this weekend, hopefully, in terms of being able to go for 2 trophies in one weekend, which is awesome on the same day. I did that earlier this year. Sort of last minute, I did the truck race at COTA, and then I did the Xfinity race at COTA for Emily and Gase. And that went really well. I think we had really good shot to win the truck race, and then we got split out in the last lap. And then in the Xfinity race, we got them their best finish. So, and that was far more physical than what I'm going to experience this weekend. Now I'm adding TV on Sunday, but I think I can make through. So,
yeah. You've been in you have ran a couple truck races this year after you won at Mid-Ohio. Of course, that was the race that I was at. What was that win like to get that win after, I know you won a few years ago at Talladega. Talking about that. Yeah, that looks good, man.
I realized I was holding this hat, and I was like, why am I holding this hat? Oh, it's the Big Machine Racing hat. That's why I should be wearing it. Spikes course somewhere around here. So anyway.
Yeah. What was that like? What was it like getting the win in Mid-Ohio earlier this year?
Oh man, it was super cool. It's so gratifying. And I've talked to a lot of people, over the last couple of months, that it still resonates with them, to see a small team in this day and age in NASCAR achieve success like that. And not just, in a fluke way, but we've just consistently ran up front, Chris Carrier and the Hendersons and everything they put into it. And I just, after winning Talladega in 2017, I so badly wanted to get them another win for their dedication to the sport, for their dedication and trust in me, their belief in me, giving me the chance to go out there and continue to race when, really no one else would. And I think this win was cool because it was definitely a win where we just didn't lock into it. We were absolutely dominant through the weekend. We should have sat on the pole by seconds if they ran that final round. So I love that for all the way all the people it made very happy, and especially even some people that weren't there. It meant a lot to me in my career, who would have been so proud, and their family was proud in terms of Briggs Cunningham and his family. So it was a meaningful win for me in that respect. In terms of as a driver, it was just badass to finally win on a road course. So, I've been at it for a while. I've been so damn close at the road courses. I can't believe I haven't won those. It was cool to finally get it done, and it's lit the fire to go do it again. And I just think we've got Talladega and Miami, and I think we could win both of those races. So, I could see us ending the year with multiple wins.
Sure. Yeah, I was down on pit road that day. That's a day I'll never forget. Remember talking to Don on pit road. That was probably one of the best moments I've had in a while. So that was cool. How did this opportunity with Big Machine come up?
So it's funny. If you ever played the NASCAR Thunder games growing up in the career mode, you get opportunities sometimes when winning races, and you'll get a thing like, hey, they saw you do really well, they want you to come drive this car. That's literally how it went down. So I won the race at Mid-Ohio, and 30 minutes later my phone was ringing. I didn't pick it up then, and it was Big Machine Racing asking if I wanted to run Talladega. So they knew they had a race to fill as they looked at their schedule, and I had kind of been inquiring before that, was I saw them go through many drivers and trying to sort of at least say, hey, I'd love to drive that car if there was a chance. But Scott Borchetta has given me the opportunity, and everyone at Spike Coors and Big Machine Racing, Patrick Donahue, Keith Barnwell, and it's really cool to get that chance. This is a winning car. It's absolutely great equipment. It's a cool team. They're motivated to go out there and win. They've had a lot of drivers this year, so some very, very adept Cup drivers. So I hope to live up to those expectations. But I don't know if the last time I've driven a car of this quality, in terms of just having all the tools. They're a full-on, basically RCR car in that sense. And so I don't know if I can't remember when I last had a chance like that. So pretty cool to have this opportunity.
Yeah. What does it take to win Talladega?
I get asked that a lot. Obviously, I've done it twice in trucks. I've run up front in everything I've driven there. I think for me, what I've discovered works for me is that, one, I go with a positive mental attitude in that I like super speedway racing. Like, I genuinely enjoy it. I enjoy the idea of the chess game at 200 miles per hour. I enjoy the idea that, and I say this often, and I especially tell young drivers this, that if you're not racing for stage points, literally nothing matters till the last pit stop. So like, everything beforehand is just posturing and marketing to the pack that you are able to do certain things in your car or find out certain things about your car to put yourself in a position that after that final stop, you either have respect of the pack or you understand something about your car that you can do that no one else knows. And that's really the whole game. So, and then it comes down to literally just putting yourself in position in that final 10% of the race, the red zone, and hopefully striking when the opportunity presents itself. And I like that. I think of it's a great euphemism for life, for business, for sports, whatever. It's, you got to be in the show, first of all, to have an opportunity. You got to make it and continue on and do your best to be smart and, put yourself in a position to be there at the end. And then when you are, it's hopefully you've done all the right things that, allow you to be in that right, great position, whatever that's supposed to be, to strike when the opportunity is there and the pay window opens. So I enjoy all that. And I know there's a lot that don't. So I think that's always been a leg up for me, that I have that positive attitude.
Yeah, for sure. Going into Talladega for both races, two totally different things. You got the Truck Series, you got the Xfinity Series. How different are those cars to drive from a truck to an Xfinity car?
I don't know. So is that a good answer? Haven't really done it. So I haven't driven an Xfinity car in a super speedway probably since 2013. So it's been a while. And it's changed a lot. From what I can gather and what I look at, and I've talked to a lot of drivers, obviously, the Xfinity car doesn't generate runs maybe as quickly. It's a little bit more handling based. It's a little bit more, track position is important, I guess, more in the Xfinity car. Whereas the truck, there's a lot of ability to create really big runs. There's an ability to bump draft when your truck works well in a way that you can kind of get away without locking bumpers, but still bump them pretty often, which is something I've really worked hard on perfecting the Truck Series, and I was able to do at Daytona earlier this year. I actually learned it from Joe Logano, who used to do it in Xfinity. But I don't think it's really as possible in Xfinity anymore because the cars just have such a big bubble between them. So to me, the biggest thing is going to be really where the truck's handling is not really a big conversation point unless it's a hot day. It's really a game of timing runs and positioning yourself and being able to use the bumper at the right time. I think the Xfinity car, when I hop in that, my mentality will have to become a little bit more reserved, a little bit more focused on the handling and sort of trying to fight for track position, as opposed to the truck, where I feel like you can go back to front pretty quickly.
Yeah. So, and also you got, and then you're racing both races on Saturday, plus you got Sunday, and then you're going to be changing into TV mode. Well, how do you go from being a driver to doing television?
Well, they just take the helmet away and they give you a mic. It's the first portion, but no, I'm kidding. For me, it's a big mentality change because it's it's going from focusing on yourself and your team and going for a singular result and like a singular focus to jumping on the broadcast side is like, all right, now pay attention to everyone, the bigger picture, the big stories, the overarching themes. Like it's just an entire mental shift. But it's cool because the singular focus on a Friday or Saturday, I feel makes me so much better on a Sunday broadcast wise, because I learn things and I think about things that I just don't think I would necessarily have if I didn't have that singular focus those other days. So I think it really helps me. But it is different. It's doing them. The hardest thing would be broadcasting and then racing. It's because doing race, then broadcasting is easy. I think that would be the hardest because there's a tremendous amount of mental energy in broadcasting, and an idea of like focusing on such a bigger picture that when you got done and you had to go race, I think that would be tough as opposed to the other way. So we'll see. I've seen some weather reports this weekend. I'm just hoping I don't have to do all three on one day. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, of course, obviously Hurricane Ian is might cause some things to happen there.
Yep.
So, and then also any update on any 2023 plans that you have?
I can just say that we're close, hopefully, to being able to put together a full-time Truck Series effort. So we'll see. It's not done by any means, but there's a lot of conversations, a lot of momentum. And I think that could be a possibility for next year, which would be awesome.
And you would still balance that in television because you're you.
We have to figure all that out, obviously, see where things line up and sort of where that's all at. So I can't say that any definitiveness, like what anything looks like. I can just say that, that full-time effort is the closest thing right now in trucks. And then how it all mixes together, we'll have to find out.
All right. And what would it mean to win a race or both? Or have you thought about that? Are you that kind of person?
Oh yeah, no, I've gone in thinking I'm going to win both races. So I want to sweep Saturday, and I don't know what it'd feel like, or I guess I know what it'd feel like. It'd be awesome, but I don't know what it'd mean until I sort of accomplish that. But man, that would be cool. I would love to go do something big like that, and just getting 2 wins in a year. I've never done that. So if I went and got 2 that day, that'd be 3 on the year. I'd triple my best seasons ever. So in the win category. So I have a huge opportunity in front of me to go do that. And I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to this. I can't thank Scott Borchetta and Big Machine Racing and Spike Coolers for the opportunity. It's really cool in this day and age at 32 years old to get a call from a really, good team that says, we want you to come drive for us at this place and go get a win. And that's the feeling that no matter what happens, they can never take away from me. And I'm very grateful for.
Absolutely. All right, Parker Kligerman, thank you so much for taking some time to talk with us. Good luck on Saturday. Have a fun broadcast on Sunday, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Casey. Appreciate it.